cannot top JT and Trump. Can't happen. They would be in.
That would be it.
It'd be, why are you getting an entertainer? Because he's connected with people for years. He understands. He knows the country can be great. Look where he came from, right? I mean,
he's from the South. Timberlake would bring in the whole Southern vote right there. Done and done.
I think literally California would be up for grabs.
Yeah. Well,
people would go, do I want Hillary or JT?
I don't even think you. I mean, I think the answer to that is pretty obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, forget about the 7 states they have to win. They're going to win those, hands down. And guess what? Ones you thought were going to vote for, red and blue is going to mean nothing because they're JT fans.
Yeah. I mean, JT's fans, they cover all cover all political backgrounds. They cover all ethnicities.
Yep.
They cover all. And he's really, really strong in the, in the demographic that were NSYNC fans.
Right.
All those girls that were total NSYNC fans. They would vote. JT would be the only person they'd vote for if given the option. Who else would they vote for?
Yeah. And really, the vice presidential role is more of a representative role anyway.
Right.
And who could represent the U.S. better around the world than him?
Right. I mean, Hillary would have to counter with another entertainer for VP. She'd have to. She would have to if she was the nominee. Now, if Sanders was the nominee, what about Sanders and Sarah Silverman as a ticket?
I think
she's pretty smart.
She's very smart, and she's again
and funny and good has good delivery.
Yeah, but a great entertainer. But the problem is and the difference being when you have Trump. JT it balances Trump and creates a more complete package. If you have Sarah Silverman and Bernie, you have two of the same.
Right.
You really need to get somebody who's like I'll use a ridiculous analogy that would never obviously take place. Ted Nugent.
Well, Nugent would never. Yeah.
No. I was just being.
Who also is bros? Here's two more bros with Hillary, all right? And you tell me who would be a better VP pick for her, because here's 2 other bros that that Hillary is tight with and support Hillary like flat out is Farrell and Bon Jovi. If you're Hillary, who do you pick? Katy Perry, Farrell, or Bon Jovi for your VP?
Who would? I think you would pick Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah. I think Farrell is a little bit too hip for many of the even Democrats, especially Southern Democrats, and it's not really a black thing. It's more of like a city hip hop kind of thing.
Dude, I don't know, man. What if there's like competing rallies, right? And Bon Jovi, and Hillary comes out. He rocks "Living on a Prayer." Like opens up with that. Just you know what I mean? Living on a Prayer, and Hillary comes out. People would be going crazy. I mean, Bon Jovi would be a good VP pick, and I mean, and then Trump opens up with like the full-on NSYNC reunion comes out, and the mainstream media would be eating this up. They would be eating it up, dude.
Politics would be much more interesting than it is now.
It would be going crazy, and Bon Jovi, he's a pretty well-spoken guy. And he's got dedicated fans. They're in a different age group than the NSYNC fans.
Yeah.
But it would be a good counter to JT, right?
Yeah. And of course they party together with, Hillary and Bon Jovi.
Oh, of course they do. Of course they do.
So, well, I think that would be a good move on Hillary's part. What about Bernie and Alan Jackson?
I don't know who Alan Jackson is. Who's Alan Jackson? I don't even know who he is.
He's a big country singer.
All right. I have no idea who he is. Absolutely no
He's the one who did that song with Jimmy Buffett.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, you look it up on YouTube. Go Alan Jackson, and you'll
Right. I
see.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Here's why. What I'm saying, the juxtaposition would be: here he's a Southerner. Bernie's obviously more. He's seen as like Northeast Jewish guy. So here you have a Southern guy who's got a country music background, uh, who likes guns, obviously. Um,
Pickup trucks, probably.
but he's also for the average person.
Well, you know, Killer Mike has endorsed Bernie Sanders. You know, Killer Mike and Billy Sanders. I mean, and Bernie Sanders.
Well, um, I was going to say Brett Favre, but because you could go to a sports figure too.
Favre. Favre is probably a hardcore Republican, I would assume. But we do know Favre loves guns.
We know he loves guns.
He loves guns.
He loves taking pictures of certain body parts and then texting them to
But
people.
I mean, Favre would probably fall in with Trump because Trump packs heat. He packs heat wherever he goes. I don't think Sanders packs any heat. You know, I don't think he's packing heat 24/7. But Trump packs heat. You know, and the funny thing is, Hillary can say all she wants about gun control. She's surrounded by people packing heat everywhere she goes.
I know.
You got 10 feet, there's 20 people packing heat surrounding her at all times. Of course she doesn't need to pack any heat. You know?
It is laughable.
I'll tell you though, if she has John Bon Jovi as her VP, that's packing heat. Because John Bon Jovi will bring the heat. But does JT bring more heat to Trump?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I just think certainly it's a younger demographic, but also I think Bon Jovi was a little edgy. I mean, not as obviously he wasn't Guns N' Roses or
Dude,
something.
he was an outlaw on a steel horse he rode. He was wanted dead or alive, dude. If that's not a rebel, I don't know what is. Bon Jovi was wanted dead or alive.
Steel horse,
He was a cowboy. He was a cowboy who rode on a steel horse.
And he was addicted to drugs.
Metaphor for I'm a badass.
Yeah.
He's a badass. I mean, JT, he can dance off of walls and do some pretty cool stuff. But I don't know if he lived as badass a life as John Bon Jovi.
Yeah. And of course, is that what Hillary needs to balance her out? I don't know. She needs something. She needs something to get people excited because, like you say, if she gets the nomination, they're going to lose 10% of the Democrats aren't show up.
If Trump picks JT, which he should for his VP, Hillary's got to pick Bon Jovi. She has to.
Yeah.
There's no other choice. There's no other choice. Who else is she going to pick? Is Julian Castro going to counter JT?
No.
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 The only person is Bon Jovi. Who else is going to counter JT?
Well, she could try to get the. I guess she's already got the gay and lesbian vote, so that doesn't. I was going to say she could have Ricky Martin or.
Well, she has the faux gay and lesbian vote because she was against it until like recently, But we don't need to go there. We know what she was covering up.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so there we've got it. We've got the perfect tickets to energize the entire electoral process. We would have the highest voter turnout in 50 years.
It would be insane. In a great way. It would be so great. And probably more governorship from Trump and JT. Because JT would take his VP thing seriously. I think Bon Jovi would consider himself more of an ambassador, and an ambassador of rock. But I think JT would be more of a policy wonk.
Yeah.
And would get in there and try and make things better for people.
He would dive into policy. I mean, I think
Right.
Bon Jovi would be like, okay, we're going to have a party.
Right.
Come on. Richie, crank that thing up over
Yeah,
here.
Richie's not in the band anymore, which, if Richie was still in Bon Jovi, that might be the little bit of edge that puts Hillary over the top. If you had a Sambora Bon Jovi like coming out and just rocking every event, it would be just like, wow. That would get people to the Hillary events. People would actually show up. If they
You're
knew
right.
Bon Jovi was going to be performing, they would show up. She would fill stadiums, no problem.
Yeah.
Without Bon Jovi, there's no stadiums are being filled. It's
No.
just not going to happen. Like, yeah, Hillary's rolling into town. Nobody's going to go, let's go. But Hillary and Bon Jovi are rolling into town. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm going to that. You know? But, and then the other thing, too, is if JT and Trump, and say they win, which they would, JT is the next president. JT. It's the next logical step. He would be president. JT would be president.
He's in training. It's no more ridiculous than saying Ronald Reagan.
Right. It would be done and done. JT would then succeed Trump.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah, I would definitely, think that would be a good thing for the country. But and also he understands business. I mean, he created a great business for himself through his brand. Remember, when he left NSYNC, everybody was like, "You're nuts! Are you crazy?"
JT is bigger than NSYNC, and I mean JT was smart enough too to go in and buy what was that place? MySpace.
Yeah.
You know, like at rock bottom price. You know, so him and Trump. Could you imagine the deals? Could you imagine if they go to Putin and Putin walks in the room and there's JT and there's Trump, and they're going, all right, let's deal.
You know what would happen? Basically, the Putin publicly would give the scowling face, and then as soon as the cameras left, he'd go, "Okay, come on, let's party." No.
Right, he'd be going, let's do it. And the thing is too is JT brings, because let's face it, the other members of NSYNC, what are they doing? Nothing. He would bring them with them, so there would always be an NSYNC reunion, like in the wings at all times. Could you imagine the leverage that would be? Could you imagine what a guy like Trump could do with that kind of leverage? Going into anything, going, you know what, dude? If this works, we got all original members, like, waiting. Okay?
Well, Marla Maples would be big for a JT Trump ticket. She
Yeah.
was probably a big JT fan.
Yeah, of course. And Marla Maples is the mother of Trump's children. You know, another connection right there. It would just be, I mean, they would go to one of Putin's dashas, and it would just be a big party, and they'd be making good deals, and everyone would be happy, and it would just be, anytime Trump would do like his goodwill ambassador tour and he'd roll in with JT and NSYNC everywhere in the world. Think of the welcome. Think of all the people at the airport when they arrive.
Oh, it would be like the Beatles.
It would be like the Beatles. And this is like, could you imagine that representing your country? How great that would be.
Well, I think it would be really great because you'd have someone like JT who actually would really have feelings for the country as opposed to someone who's just having feelings for, who's the next girl that's going to show up in my room or who brought the drugs, that's so, and there are plenty of people in the music business who could go down that road.
Yeah. But yeah, they really should pick, pick entertainers for their VP.
So, let me just ask this: you were in the scene and so forth. Who would you say would be the hardest partier of all of the people in music?
I don't know. That's a good question because I don't think the hardest partier would be somebody you don't know because they would hide their hard partying.
Yeah. Probably true.
But everybody parties hard. You know who Trump might, well, because they're bros, Trump might also consider Gene Simmons as VP.
I was thinking that.
He might consider, but JT is a way better choice.
Way better because, first of all, Gene is the same age as Donald, or approximately. And you really want a balance. Again, you want an age balance. That's Hillary's problem. If she were elected, she'd be the oldest president in history.
Yeah, but she's got good hair and good cheek implants. You know, they only don't work when she's they only don't work when that little punk Jordan is trying to school her. When what she's thinking is, dude, this is what she's thinking when he's schooling her. She's just looking at him going, dude, where were you in 1985? I'll tell you where you were, Jordan, punk. You had a bad, lame mullet that you thought was sweet. You were wearing stonewashed jeans and listening to Bon Jovi. You know what, dude? When I take this break, I'm calling Bon Jovi. That's what I can do, dude. That's what she's thinking when she's going, that's just going through her head. You were a Bon Jovi fan? Bon Jovi is my bro, dude. Shut up, punk. I'm going to destroy you after I'm president. I'm going to destroy you. Yeah, that's all she was thinking, just thinking to herself, God, if he only knew I'm calling Bon Jovi when this is done, and I'm telling him you're a twink. You're a little punk. That's what she was thinking. And that's when you can see her cheek implants, because she's just like, just get this over with, Just get it over with, you punk. And he is a punk. And he just came off as a punk and, gave Hillary more free advertising.
Yeah, the D team, as we say.
The D team. So, yeah, man, if Trump picks JT, you might as well just phone it in. Phone it in. Next president.
Well, I think, again, you got to see the Trump special about why, the JT Trump ticket is so strong, and of course he's going to have to perform.
He's going to have to perform. And like I said...
They could do it as a TV special and donate all the money to charity.
And they would, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, donate everything to charity. Yep. Done and done. No problems doing that. Take that, anybody else. You think Hillary and Bon Jovi are going to donate all their money to charity? Yeah, they will. It'll be a charity. The Clinton Foundation. That's their charity. Yeah, we're performing. We're giving to our favorite charity, the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
But
what they would do, because she's shrewd politically, they would say, these are the 10 foundations that we're giving the money to. Clinton Foundation's one of them. Of course, that's getting 99% of the money, and we give the peanuts to all these rest of these people, because she'd be smart.
Well, it would be Bill telling her, "This is how you do it, Hillary. This is what you say. Yeah. This is what you say." So.
And when they ask, well, how did the split come out? I just don't have those facts.
Right, I don't have the facts.
I don't.
That's what my people do. That's what my people do. But I'll tell you this much, dude. JT would be such a hands-on VP.
Yeah.
He would be totally hands-on.
Yeah.
He would not be phoning it in.
Well, he's president in training.
He's president in training because I don't think Bon Jovi really wants to be president. I think he likes touring. I think he's more there to support his friend Hillary, and to give some shows and get some people out there to rock. But I don't think he's going to be the policy wonk that JT would be as VP.
No. I don't see that happening.
And JT would be in Congress, like looking over stuff. They'd be like, wow, and he would further grow into presidential material. And how great would a JT portrait look in the White House? How great would that look?
I'd like to see him with those hands again, those goofy hands from Saturday Night Live when he was doing that thing on there and bring it on down to whatever it is.
And what if he brought all the NSYNC members in as cabinet members? And gave them all cabinet positions when he's president. You know what I mean? Because when he's VP, he's going, all right, what cabinet positions do you want? And we'll start gearing you up for that.
Yeah, maybe we need a little more diversity than just NSYNC.
No, I don't think JT would do that. I'm kidding. JT would take it really. JT would take that job seriously. He wouldn't. But yeah, that's some great VP choices and better VP choices than taking anyone else off the Republican clown car. Come on. What sounds better to you, Trump and JT, or Trump and Farina, or whatever her name is, Florina, whatever Carly.
It would be the Donald and Carly.
The Donald and I mean, who's going to vote for that? That's not a winning combination.
No. No, it's definitely not. And yeah, there we go. Solved all his problems.
That's a long one. I think I'm gonna post our VP rant,
Yeah,
which is pretty. Which and truthfully, Trump should pick JT.
yeah. Um, Hillary would call everybody in and say, "Damn it! What the hell just happened? Well, how do we counter this? Get Bon Jovi on the phone. We got to fight fire with fire."
Well, she wouldn't get Bon Jovi on the phone. She would just pull out her BlackBerry and call her herself, because they've got their direct lines. Oh, Hillary Clinton, what's up?
I don't think she likes to do that kind of low-level work. She'd probably hand her BlackBerry to somebody and say, "Call Bon
No,
Jovi."
you know what though? It's Bon Jovi. I mean, they're like Ellen. She calls Ellen herself.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian. She calls Kim Kardashian herself. You know, Katy Perry. She calls Katy Perry herself.
Well,
Lady Gaga. Oh, could be Lady Gaga and Hillary. What about that? Because
no,
Gaga,
see,
Bon Jovi's a way better choice.
it's like you couldn't even have like Oprah and Hillary because you'd just be okay. That's the woman ticket, So you really can't have two women on the ticket.
And it doesn't get any more manly than Bon Jovi. I mean, even when he had like hairspray hair and lipstick and eyeliner and tight leopard print pants and little pink cowboy boots, he was still all man. There was nothing girly about that. On Bon Jovi. You couldn't. He's so man. All the lipstick and eyeliner and rouge and hairspray and tight dead animal print clothing and bangles and feather earrings and blah 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 cannot cover his manliness. It can't gloss it over. That's how manly he is. So
Yeah.
that would be a pretty winning ticket. In fact, that would be what would put Hillary over the top with that would eliminate any shot Sanders has. If Clinton just says, "Look, John Bon Jovi is going to be my vice president." That Sanders might as well just pack it up and just send emails to all his people and say, "Look, there's nothing we can do to counter this. There's no way." Right?
Well, I was just thinking, sticking with the Jersey theme, she could have gone with Springsteen, except then you'd have two people the same age, where, Bon Jovi's at least, what is he?
He's like 52, something like that, 51, 52.
Probably like 10 or 15 years younger than Springsteen.
Yeah. But he probably looks about 35. I mean, the guy's in fantastic
Springsteen
shape.
Looks good too.
He looks amazing. And dude, his hair and Hillary's hair have got amazing highlights. They have amazing haircuts with amazing streaks and color and highlights. And another thing of just think of the tinfoil when they're getting their hair done, and it's worth it because it looks fantastic on both of them. So they would have better hair. I'll say this: Hillary Bon Jovi ticket better hair than Clinton than Trump JT, because Trump's hair is not good. That's why he wears that hat. And JT's, let's face it, he's losing his hair a little bit.
And
Bon Jovi's got better hair than JT.
Yeah. What I was thinking though was, can you imagine Bon Jovi singing "I Did It My Way," and Hillary standing there going, like Frankie said, "I did it my way," and he's me. I did it my way. I scammed everybody for 20 years and I got what I wanted.
Yeah, it scammed everybody for more than 20 years.
Yeah, 30 years at least.
Yeah, at least. I mean, it's the long con. She's been doing the long con since Bill was in Arkansas. It's for this moment. And for her, what better moment than to have Bon Jovi singing My Way? I mean, that would be like the culmination of all that work. But Trump has JT and all original members of NSYNC just throwing down before he comes out. And there's how many? There's 5 of them in NSYNC? Is there 4 or 5?
5.
I'm not sure. But just like throwing down. Just